areas of the East End are all so great. I'd need a week, a year to tell her things that happened to me. And going back there now is slightly funny because I drive along there in a big car and all that, and people look at me and keep saying, "Oh, it's all right for you, Ken boy," and all that. But I don't know if they, I don't think they begrudge me or anything. But I just, I don't know. I don't feel strange as I thought I might when I drove down there with a big car. People don't seem to look at the car. They all seem very pleased to see me and my friends and all that. So I'm pleased about that, really. When we lived down there in Eastern Dock Road number 21, I used to stand overnight for hours on the corner where the pubs and the Eastern Hotel and that. And everybody seemed to congregate on that corner. All the dockers when they came out of East India Docks. And he says the most terrible language there. All the kids from about 5 onwards used to swear like mad. Me most of all, probably, but we really didn't know any better. And in the summer, of course, when it was light nice, we'd stay out there much longer till we got shouted in. Then we'd go off and play those terrible games that I can imagine how used to drive people potty, knocking down ginger and tying bottles to people's doors. Really ridiculous things. I'm surprised when I go down there after 10 years of not really being down there, that all the same people live in the same houses. It's great to see them. Though I can't always remember their names, but their faces I'll never forget. I was a funny sort of a kid because I didn't eat sweets. I was one of the only kids I can remember who never ate any kind of sweets, and I still don't. I was only interested in music, right from as far back as I can remember, and motor cars. I always said that when I was a big grown-up man, I would buy a smashing car and I'd go out to Southend every night. And I thought it was just such a super place that that's the place you should go.
The bright lights of Southend must seem undesirably dim to Kenny now that he is a big grown-up man. Singing has taken him halfway round the world, shifted him convincingly from the East End of London to the West End, and provided him with money for business. He now has the use of a sumptuous office and applies his sharp Cockney acumen to his operations as a company director. With his own record shops and music publishing companies and a majority shareholding in a nightclub, he could survive without singing another note.
Hello, City Morgue? Hello? Oh, hello, Max. Just a minute, I'm just doing this and I'll be with you 1 second. I'll give you this back when you bring the other ones down, eh?
Okay, right.
Tyler. Hello, Max? How much? Well, can't you... there must be a cheaper way. You can get those... have you ever seen it on a restaurant wall? You got the sort of picture of the restaurant and the light shines up behind, it makes it sort of a transparency. You know what I mean? Okay, ring me back if he says you can do it cheaper for me. Ta-da. I came out of the army and I started to be a street trader. You know, we called that fly pitching. We used to work in Oxford Street in various different markets, though we never earned a lot of money out of it. It was great fun there. I think that was probably the happiest period of my life. We were in court nearly every morning. We'd get nicked for obstruction and things like that. Sometimes we'd get captured, sometimes we wouldn't. And it was a lot of fun. And I never had a lot of money then at all. We'd earn about £60 a week sometimes between the two of us, and we'd pay out about £15 in fines. And I used to go out at clubs of a night time and spend every penny I ever had. I just used to live from day to day. Now, of course, I'm much more careful with my money because I feel it to be when you're a pop singer, you can't last forever, so you've got to try and sort of spread it about in the right way.
I'm gonna stand on my own 2 feet. I'm gonna hold my head up high, show the world I'm strong. No, it won't be long until I get over you, and I'm gonna stand.
I think being coloured has helped me a lot in staying popular over the last few years, because when you're a coloured artist, you walk down the street, people notice you a bit quicker than they do anybody else. And then again, there's only about 3 or 4 big coloured artists in England. I think this has been a big advantage for me in this particular instance. I've never found it as an artist a disadvantage yet, and I've never felt any prejudice against me in any way.
Help me get my feet back on the ground. Trying to be stuck stepping and you can't breathe. I can see. I only left it there moonlight.
No, do it much more rhythmical and let go. Give me that.
You want more of a sort of
yeah.
da-da.
That's it. Right. You were talking to another, and the things you were saying, they hurt me so much, but I couldn't go. That's one of the things I want to change. You see, you say, but I couldn't go. It sounds like somebody wanted to get the loo or something. So what I put in.
But the title's got to go in here.
Yeah. Well, what I put in there so far is, 'Cause I Loved You So. You were saying how you loved her. I remember how you said the same things to me not so long ago. She looked at you and believed that every word was true, but she's a fool.
Songwriting is possibly Kenny's most profitably prolific pursuit. Dozens of his numbers have been recorded by everybody, including Cilla Black, Billy J. Kramer, and Dusty Springfield. He works at songs with energetic speed as he leads his busy life. If he hadn't swept smoothly into the pop business, he might have earned his big motor car as a stockbroker or a safe breaker. With East End kids, you never know which way they'll go. But it was upwards for Kenny, and at 26, he's still climbing.